Hey guys, I'm back. This time, this isn't baseball card related, it's more autograph related. Went to a card store here locally a couple months back, and this guy, one of the card store owners, approached me and said, "Hey, I've got all those framed photos over there if you want them, 20 bucks for all." I was like, "Well, I'll go look at them." I was expecting to find a bunch of junk. And when I went over there, I was like, "Wow, these are all, there's some pretty good names in here." These are some of the ones I have. I'll go through them here in a second. I had two others. They were both KU basketball themed. I'm sorry, I don't remember the players' names, but they were before I started watching basketball at all. I ended up selling those to another guy, getting some of the money back out of this. I reframed three of these. I'll explain this all to you. I believe these all came out of our Burger King store here locally in Kansas. But the first one, probably the best one that was kind of cool, is this Ralph Terry shadow box frame. There's a baseball in here that is signed Ralph Terry. The cards and stuff are really faded. This is why when you get collectibles, you make sure you get that UV glass, because everybody knows that card should be the color should be a lot more rich, so it's very faded. So fortunately the photo didn't fade. The autograph ball is faded a little bit. I can see the case is kind of separated, so I'll have to get in there and figure out how I'm going to get that fixed. But anyways, I mean, I wasn't going to turn this. I mean, the shadow box and the ball and all these things are, 20 bucks, for this alone, I think was worth it. But one note, when you do signatures on baseballs, do not get those baseballs that say made in China. If it says made in China, stay away from it. If you use a blue ballpoint pen, eventually that signature will run. I mean, it starts to bleed out, and the signature is all like fuzzy, faded looking. So try to stay away from those made in China baseballs. Get a Major League Baseball. I think you could pick them up at like any of the sports stores, Sports Academy, if you still have a Sports Authority, or places like that, Dick's Sporting Goods. They're only like 15 bucks, but they're so much better to have than those China balls, because the ink doesn't run. So if you had one autograph where it's run, that's probably what it is. If you look, it's probably a China ball. This is Jim Ryan. The signature is very faded. All the KU frames that I had were like this. You can see how bad they faded. But he did sign it right there. Jim Ryan was a sub 4-minute miler at East High School here in Wichita. I think it was back in the 60s. I believe that's when it was. And then I've actually met the guy. He's actually a really nice guy. So as a runner myself, it's always neat to meet people like that. This one I reframed. This is Best Wishes, Bob Boyd. He played back in the 50s with the White Sox and the Baltimore Orioles. I did reframe this thing not too long ago. All of these photos have these certification of authenticities with them. So this unfortunately does not, or I haven't found it yet. It may be behind the picture, I don't know. But they all have these certs. So I always try to keep those certs with them. Above here, these two are framed. I'm sorry for the glare. I'm trying to move around. Antoine Carr played for Wichita State back in the 80s, as did Cliff Livingston. He actually played with the Bulls, 91-92, the championship team. So that's pretty cool to have here in Wichita. Then I have Dave Stallion here, another Wichita State basketball player. And then last but not least, Gene Stevenson. So Gene Stevenson was the coach of the 89 College World Series championship team, so for Wichita State. So again, all the photo frames that I got were either broken, or they had this adhesive stuff on the back. So I'm slowly going through these and getting them reframed if I'm going to keep them. I'm probably going to keep Gibson. I'll probably keep these two. The rest of them I'll probably end up letting go. Maybe even letting this thing go. I'm not even sure yet. So he is from Kansas. So we'll see. I'm not set on whether I'm going to keep this one or not. But I wanted to do a quick video for you guys. I know I'm slacking on the videos. It's just that time of year. I'm really busy. The sub counter keeps going up, and I feel bad because I don't have material. I did do a pretty nice eBay purchase the other day, so when those come in, I'll do a video on those. But until then, we'll see you. If I don't talk to you before the holidays, happy holidays, and enjoy. Thanks.